Okay, I put a mark on there with pencil. Now I'll go over it with a little bit of a... That's kind of what I'm going to do for the fringe. That's also going to be the cutoff of the bottom part of the carving on the front. If you notice those band-aids on those fingers, I got those yesterday carving a little rough out of a cow. I don't know if I filmed that or not, but I drew a line around here, and that's where I'm gonna, that's the front part of the carving where it's gonna be cut off. Oop. Carving screws coming undone. This is where I think I'm going to put the bottom right now. Carve this back over this way to keep from breaking it off, maybe. Oh. Take that out. Take that out there and take it out here on this other side. This will kind of give me a read from the front as to how it's going to look. Oh, I have finished scooping all that out. It's ready to go. And there's from the front, looks like all, I don't know, I think, look right there. I think coming down about where the hair is going to give it a good look. Boy, it hurt a wrist. All I'm doing there is just trying to get a look and see how this is going to look from the front. I think I like that, and I'm committed to taking at least that much out. So, and I really think it could do with more being gone, but kind of a classic bust pose. That gun knocked something down over there. Just looking, this is kind of what the idea sheet did. Kind of carved it down like that. I do kind of like that. Well, it looks like he had a work down to the bottom more than I did, but anyway, so right now that's where we stand on this part. I do think I'll round that more. I don't know, I may put some kind of sweeping cut up through there. One thing I've got to keep in mind is where that carving screw goes up. I'll have to locate it because I don't want to cut so much wood that I cut into that. I tend to do that from time to time and still haven't got to where I like it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop right there and well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Get this, the way I do the fringe. I've done this on one of my other videos, but this is a little bit more. I've got the line cut there around there, and I'll just show you here. I'll take the big gouge, and since it's going up like that, the grain, I'll carve up to that. And I'll try to do that in a irregular pattern. I'm gonna try to get some turns in there. Let's see. I do kind of like it swept over this way, so I'll go in like that and put one final deal of movement. I did drop this chisel a while ago on the floor and it did rough it up. Then kind of on the back, do the same. Alright, I'm gonna have to work on this chisel, but put this over there to gouge. Then I'll go back with a little bigger one, a little bigger, and I'll emphasize that and put up a little in real life they probably would be a little more static than what this is going to look like when I get through. But I do think it needs to have some movement. Don't want it to be too boring. And this is kind of like making the feathers. I just go down in size and I'll make cuts where I made all the cuts with the big ones for emphasis, and then go back maybe just here and there and get up in between there and clean that out a little bit and put a little bit more of a curve. I'm going to curve up to that. And also then, like, I'll go on the top part of that and just cut that down. Cut that down partly where it'll be kind of split. And I do think it'll split here at the shoulder on this side. I'll clean that up later as far as back under the feathers too. Then, having that done, I'll go back with the V-tool and make those cuts and end them up there. And I really don't worry about getting them all the same width. I mean, I want them about the same width, but also there'll be some laying on top of the other, so you won't see them. I just follow the lines and then go back at the top, and if it needs another little cut, I'll do that. Okay, that's the way I treat the fringe. Try not to get it too curly down at the bottom, because then it would make it look too long. They would be all about the same length. And again, getting toward the end of this, I'm trying to carve clean. And I'll go back in places where that marker mark, where the marker mark is, and cut that off. These little hair locks are going to be, I'll use that smaller V for that, so it'll be some difference, texture difference. And that's the way I'll do this all the way around it, then I'll have that done.